guys, Kobe here. Welcome back to another Referrals Legends video. 2022 is here. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you had a great time last night for New Year's Eve. Let's get started with 2022. And what a best way to do this by just saying what's gonna come to Raid in 2022. We don't know everything that's coming in Raid for 2022, but we do know some things at least coming in the next couple of months, maybe all the way until the summer. After that, who knows? The reason for that is that the roadmap for Raid is over. With the addition of Hydra and the mythical gear through the Hydra, pretty much the roadmap that they initially made is over. We do have the Hydra now. We have most of what they promised in the past, and now it's all about what they give us on a day-to-day basis, or through those bi-weekly, I think, Raid Digest updates that they bring in. And that's what I will be summing up on what's coming up, at least until March of 2022. So let's get started. First things first, guys, I just want to say that Raid keeps on just delivering results. I mean, if this is what they're looking for, they have 800,000 downloads in December 2021 for Google Play only. I mean, these stats are not the best because there's Platinum Play, there's Google Play, there's the iOS. So the revenue that they're making is insane, and as long as they're making money, they'll keep on putting that back, at least in marketing and also into the game, to keep the players going and keep the new players interested as well, to show that the game is growing. There's new stuff coming in all the time and making it a better experience for them as well. So that's the first thing that I just wanted to say. One of the videos that Raid had was the what's next in Raid, and that's the one that introduced the Hydra, okay? But a good part of that was a sum up of what is coming in Raid in addition to the Hydra, okay? First things first, we will have the Shadowkin Faction Wars coming up. This is expected within January 2022. Also in January 2022 is not anything crazy to think of a new fusion coming. So you should be prepared to have a new fusion coming by the end of this month, okay? Definitely when all of Plarium comes back, because the Christmas for Russians and Ukraine is, I think, on the 6th or 7th of January. So until that time, not everyone is going to be in office, so we won't have any news really. They'll just be working with whatever they have, whoever have available in there. But after that, we should be expecting news of Shadowkin, the exact date of when this is coming, and also a possible fusion. I'm thinking a fragment collection kind of fusion, which is going to be a little bit easier than the fusion that we just had for Christmas. Not going to say that it was a hard fusion, but the fragment collection is usually easier. So Shadowkin Faction Wars shouldn't be that hard. All players have been collecting Shadowkin heroes. It should be harder on the final stages, which is the same for every single faction out there. But there's factions that you finish with 1 level 60 and 4 level 50s, as long as there's a reviver in there. The Shadowkin will be a difficult one depending on what kind of champions you have available. The epics are not all fantastic, but there's great epics in there. Turagi, fantastic support. Gembo, great damage dealer. Many other supports in there. I'm not gonna go into all about Shadowkin, maybe a future video. That's one of the parts for what's coming in January and the end of January. Following that up will be the quality of life changes in the tavern that are coming. We don't know exactly when, but they should be expected before the end of spring, when spring starts. I don't know the exact dates. That's what they said. They just hinted on the quality of life changes. They already have it in game, since they actually showed it in this video, what kind of changes are coming. So like a grouping up of the XP brews, making it like a slider toggle for us to quickly level up a champion with brews. Although I don't like it, it's still something that we needed. I don't like it in terms of we still need a quick way to rank up heroes. That would be perfect, especially for veteran players who have been playing this game for almost 3 years and just keep on doing the same kind of way to rank up heroes. It's very boring, it's tedious, it's just extremely important to bring in more quality of life changes in terms of quicker upgrades. Okay, that's what I would like Plarium. I hope they're still working on it. They might be working on it, since what they showed this in November 22 was what they have already been working on. So by the time they actually release the update, we should be seeing maybe more improvements. Who knows? I hope for the best. I hope I'm not disappointed by the time that this comes. I hope it comes soon, but they have a lot of things in their mind for 2022 from what they've told us. Next thing that's coming in terms of quality of life changes is not only the tavern upgrade, but they will do a small upgrade to the way that the filtering system works. So the way that the filtering system works right now, you guys know it, it's not the best. You can only search for specific substats. What they showed that they will be bringing in will be searching for rarity and the quality of gear. So what kind of rank, the rarity, and you'll be able to understand which items you want to select and put on your heroes. I don't like this in the sense of selling gear. The selling gear is the big problem with Raid, and I hope they check on this and trying to find a way to select stats that you don't need. So let's say I want to select gear that doesn't have a speed substat. I should be able to do so and then select all and just quickly sell. That would be a huge time saver for us players who have a lot of gear going on. We don't know, we don't have enough time in the day to just go through each individual piece and sell what we want to sell. If we can select through this, I think it will be a big upgrade in terms of gear cleansing and making our lives easier, having better control of our gear, because not only we have enough room, like 1,300, but it still causes the game to be a little bit slower. At least on my account, sometimes you have full gear slots and artifact slots, it makes the game a little bit slower. So I hope they either fix that or they give us a way to sell gear quicker. And that was one of the recommendations that I gave to Raid, to actually select substats that we don't want to see. All right, so that's one. Then we're gonna have more save team presets. That's gonna be a great addition, also coming into the quality of life patch whenever it comes. More presets means more teams available to you to build for the dungeons, arena, 3v3, Doom Tower, everywhere really. I don't know about Hydra. Hydra, I think it will be together with the clan boss, but who knows? Until that time, it's, you know, it is required to have more teams saved up. So we're gonna have 15 for each mode, and in addition to that, we're gonna have new multi-battle modes available. So the new multi-battle modes available will actually enable us to specifically select the skills that our champions are using at the start of each round of the fight. So fights go for 3 rounds in dungeons. Round 1, round 2, round 3 is the boss fight, except for the spider. So what we're gonna have available here is select what we want to have our heroes do. So let's say have some heroes that you don't want to use their big nuking skills at the start of the fight, at the start of the first 2 rounds, which those might go very quickly, and then at the final round have them actually go with that, or have different rotations in their skills for each round. That's gonna be cool kind of update. But if it only works on multi-battles, I'll be very disappointed, because this is also a part of where they've actually gone in and monetize the game even more with the addition of packs that give you more multi-battles, and you've probably seen them before. I don't know if we have any of these available at the moment. We do have the free ones, just to show that this is in the game at the moment, where we get free multi-battles, but this is the exception. This is not something that happens all the time. They don't give us free multi-battles all the time. The only way to get them is either through packs, the raid pass, or just having a higher clan rank at the moment. Okay, so after that, after the multi-battles, we're gonna have changes to how the arena works. Right, changes to how the arena works, and that will be introduced in February. And that's the news that we had through the through some of these Raid Digest newsletters that they post on their initial official page, and also the Discord and everything. So we learn about the Hydra and what's coming. I'll follow on that in a minute. But within February, we should be expecting an update to the arena, but that's for newer players. So a big upgrade to the arena, update, whatever you want to call it, will be a new tier added to the game. So the game will have 4 tiers here, but an additional one will be added. So Gold 5 will be where pretty much all players be staying that have been playing the game for a long while, that are not into Platinum. So Platinum will now have 500 players. Gold V, Gold 5 will be introduced, and pretty much all the players that are in gold 4 right now will actually move up a tier. That's what I'm thinking for the game, that the gold 3 now will become the new gold 4, and gold 4 will become the new gold 5. That's how I think all players will be shifting upwards. There's still an issue with the defenses left behind by players who quit the game, those heavy defenses, and also there's a big difference in players who are whales and have, you know, many legendaries and just going up the ranks, and comparing that to other players who are just starting out, don't have that many champions. It might be difficult for them, but I still think that it's going to be way easier to get Arbiter with the introduction of gold 5. Until that time comes, though, that's just speculation, that's just theory crafting, but by us, the veteran players, the content creators, whoever knows the game pretty much since the start of the game. So we do expect that gold 5 will introduce like a higher difficulty for players. Everybody will jump up in there. Everybody who's in gold 3 will find it easier to get into gold 4. And as I explained, arena will become easier for newer players in terms of both getting the Great Hall upgraded, since everybody will be pushing a little bit higher, and also getting those gold 4 missions done. So until that time, we'll see how everything develops with Raid and how they see the PvP progression. And talking about PvP progression within the game, except for the Hydra, which will be being developed at the same time, what they said about Hydra is that they will be introducing a new timeline and more things with different phases, and more heads will be coming, more difficulties, more rewards, leaderboards, clan leaderboards, more avatars as rewards. There's going to be different phases. We're still in phase 1. Until that time comes, we'll be having all of these updates to the Hydra, in addition to whatever I just mentioned. So that's going to be really great for the game, because it doesn't mean that, oh, this month is the Hydra patch. No, it means that this month we'll have the Hydra patch, we'll have fusions, we'll have updates to either quality of life and PvP. We're going to have a lot of stuff in Raid, and that's what I'm excited. It feels like the team for Raid, at least for development, has grown, and they have specialized people, okay, focusing in one area of the game, others in the Hydra, and others in other areas, like they should have, because this is a big company and this game is big, and if they want to keep it big, that's what they need to do, have people specialized in each area and have them be the, you know, focused 100% on it, instead of just, oh, okay, what I'm doing today, I'm making a new champion for Undead Hordes, okay, let's get a new legendary for Undead Hordes. No, that guy is doing Hydra, the other guy is doing champions, the other guy is doing quality of life, and so on. Just oversimplifying it, but that's how it may have been before. But they seem to be progressing with a faster pace, and that's what we want to see if we want to see this game actually hold for more years and still have a good player base. That being said, I think we rounded up everything within the game. The final thing that we will have within this year is arena upgrades, and generally PvP upgrades to how everything is PvP wise in Raid. So they haven't hinted or shown anything already. We do have this separate area in PvP right here, where it's not very clear if we ever have something here introduced, but they did mention that PvP is coming for clans, and I'm not talking CVC. CVC is not PvP, it's just basically quests for each player. Do this, do that, get more points, and if your clan does more, they win, and that's it. That's not PvP, that's CVC, but more PvE oriented, more points oriented, instead of being, okay, what's the power of your roster? Can you beat the enemy team's, you know, each arena team on defense? We don't know how exactly that's going to be. We all have speculations based on different games that we played in the past, but that's going to be the biggest update in terms of 2022 from what we know. But by the end of 2022, who knows what's coming in with Raid? They might even introduce a new roadmap, which will be very cool, because again, we'll have something to expect for you know, the coming future within the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.